Hello and thank you for joining us for another episode of City Council Roundup. I'm your host, Josh Lee.
And I'm Kathleen Pade. And again, we are co-hosting with a few friends from Pearland Animal Services, located on Old Alvin Road between McCarter Road and East Orange Street.
So in this episode of City Council Roundup, we'll cover the meeting that was conducted online on Monday, September 28th. Topics include lots of approvals on the surface water treatment plant construction, coronavirus relief for business and assistance to public schools, a street reconstruction project, and the FY21 budget and tax rate approval. First, the surface water treatment plant items. There were 5 different items that were voted on and approved in the meeting for inspection, project management, and construction management and professional service contracts, including amendments for project management with site drainage raw water lifts, pumps, ground storage tanks, transmission lines, and coordination, compliance, and inspection help. These amendments require the cooperation of many professional services, including Pepper Lawson Waterworks, Freeze & Nichols, CDM Smith, Stantec Engineering, and Adura, all for this project, and represents a culmination of years of work to get to this point. The agreements provide a guaranteed maximum price for the construction of the surface water treatment plant, and the project remains on schedule to bring a new reliable water source to our growing city by early 2023.
Second, relief related to the COVID-19 pandemic. 3 separate items were approved by Council on Monday's meeting, deploying federal grant money the City of Pearland has been entrusted to aid the community for expenses and impact related to the ongoing pandemic. The first item was a small business relief initiative set up with Lift Fund, a nonprofit organization that helps local businesses through loans and grants. Through a qualifying and lottery process, Lift Fund will work closely with the city to provide financial assistance to Pearland small businesses randomly selected from those meeting submittal criteria. If you're a small business interested in this initiative, visit the city's website in the coming weeks for an application that will need to be completed in October. The second and third agreements were with the Pearland and Alvin Independent School Districts in the amount of $130,000 each to provide reimbursement for CARES Act Coronavirus Relief Fund eligible public health and safety improvements to public educational facilities located within the city limits.
Third, a street reconstruction off Orange Street. There were 2 contracts in the meeting, one for engineering and testing and the other for reconstruction of streets in the Linwood subdivision and Orange Circle. This project is part of the street reconstruction program approved in the 2019 bond referendum to reconstruct the city's concrete streets with the lowest pavement condition index and upgrade water sewer utilities where needed. The streets identified within Linwood Oaks ranks number 1 in the replacement priority list for concrete streets, and Orange Circle is ranked number 2.
Finally, the City Council approved the fiscal year 2021 budget that begins October 1st. The balanced budget adds to the fund balance, provides some more money for streets and sidewalk maintenance, adds firefighter and police positions, and lowers the city portion of your property tax rate by 2 cents. The city portion is about 25 to 30% of the total, with the balance of your property taxes going to schools, the county, and other jurisdictions.
And now something else to look forward to. It's time for us to introduce our furry friends. This is Prince. He's about a year-old hound mix puppy that's been at the shelter for just about 3 weeks. He came to the shelter with his sister and she was already adopted, so he's there and ready to find his next home. He's a cuddly little puppy and loves to give kisses and hang out, so come and adopt him today.
And this is Django. Django is a 2-month-old kitten who has been at the animal shelter since September 14th. He's a very rambunctious, active kitten who likes climbing around, jumping, and purring all the while doing it. If you have been thinking about adopting a new family member, stop kitting around and pop on down to the Animal Services Center on Old Alvin and find your new best friend.
And that's all we wanted to cover today. Thank you for joining us.
As always, we hope that this series makes the information easy to understand and useful for those interested in your Pearland city government.
You can find links to more detailed information by visiting pearlandtx.gov, or you can visit the links below. Leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions.
Click here to watch the last episode of City Council Roundup.
And here to subscribe to the channel.